you talk live. So do you.
Yeah, so this is going to go great. And then, after about 15 minutes, I'm going to open up to you guys to ask questions. So don't ask any stupid questions.
Penis.
Thanks, Bill.
Very professional.
Aren't you guys glad you came and let me get
That's not even one of my better drawn leaders.
Are you done over there?
Yeah. He's done.
Okay, cool.
His bit is over.
I'm waiting to see what he's drawing next. I have a hunch what it's going to be. So the first thing I wanted to ask you guys is web show, shown on the web, about people playing on the web, promoted online. All you guys have pretty strong online personas. And then you come here, where it's people in real life, and some of them are dressed up like you. I imagine it's weird, but how weird is it?
I mean, it's not weird.
No, it's awesome.
The judgment thing, Eric. Passive aggressive.
Sorry, weirdos.
It's amazing. Like, this is a show that still is shooting in my garage. We've never paid for like billboards or advertising or anything, and the fact that we have this crazy huge room and like we're being cosplayed with iconic characters, you know, like next to Batman, and like it's just an amazing feeling. It really makes me proud of what I do every day, which is basically do this.
Yeah, at Gen Con last year, a couple came up and they were dressed as Codex and Fox, but the girl who was dressed as Codex was like a fetish Codex. She had built her costume out of like latex and rubber.
That was weird.
By weird, it's a little hot.
And there's a tink here. Are you here? Because you actually look better than this tink.
Oh, wow.
Wow, really?
It's the best.
No, I agree. Right? Yes, I tweeted it and said that she puts me to shame, but
it's not true.
You can't say that. I could say that, but you can't.
Okay, no, you're right.
I'm very offended.
I meant her costume was a higher quality boot than we had on you.
Yes,
I
agree.
She's going to be happy to hear that.
Oh, God.
It was painted. It was painted purple, and after all the dancing and everything, like, there's cracks in my boots already.
Yeah, but initially they were organically purple. We couldn't find purple boots at the time. This is going on too long, and I'm digging a hole.
Cracks in my boots is my Lady Gaga cover band.
I like how when I was like, and then you guys will just kind of ramble and take a different direction.
Yeah.
You're like, no, we won't.
Next question, Aaron.
So my next question is for Will and Amy, which is, no offense to you guys, but you kind of play jerks on the show. Lovable jerks, but jerks.
There's nothing lovable about Fox.
I wouldn't say I'm lovable either.
Really? Okay, so we'll just go with jerks?
Yeah, I would take out the lovable.
Okay. I'm sorry to offend you.
No,
It's a lovable part. But how much say do you guys have in those? How much say do you guys have in your characters?
0. Felicia Day is a very powerful dictator. She's trying to take over the world and will not listen to what anyone else says.
It's so not true.
I'm just kidding. But I still have 0.
I was talking to Bill Prady about Evil Will Wheaton on The Big Bang Theory, and we were talking about kind of like how he's justified and sort of why he does the things he does. And Prady pointed out that the villain is the hero of his own story. And when, and like it seems one of those things that just seems sort of self-evident, but as an actor and as a creator, that's how one has to approach playing a villain character. So Felicia and I we spent a lot of time talking about the Codex and Fox relationship and why Fox does what he does and why she doesn't just tell him, you know, to F off. And there had to be a lot of layers to their relationship so that the audience would believe that these two people would actually like go on a date together and go on a second date together.
Well, so why does he do what he does? What's your secret motivation?
One of the things that we talked about a lot in season 4 was that Fox is just sort of, he's kind of a bully, and he kind of commands a room because nobody ever stands up to him. He's not a good leader. He's just the loudest guy in the room. And if someone were to really stand up to him in a way that he perceives to be his equal, then he's going to be really drawn to that. And he just found Codex. That's why he says, "I find you intriguing." I think it's great when he finally gets his comeuppance. When his uppance comes, if you will, because it's I think it's a really great payoff. He's just, I think at his core, like all douchey guys like that, is just insecure and tries to paper over his insecurities with a lot of intelligent sounding stuff. And like, who wouldn't be attracted to Codex?
Yeah, a lot of people. Wow, that was a lot more insightful than my answer.
Live up to that.
I can. It's Will Wheaton. I can't beat that.
Oh,
sorry.
okay. Well, good try.
Yeah, all right. We can move on. All right. Why am I here?
Because you're pretty.
And smart.
And smart. Amy is really smart. We were just talking about, like, she gets
smart I am.
No, it's true. You have a really high GPA, which people wouldn't necessarily guess, but you're... We were talking about, sometimes Amy gets flack for being at conventions and not being like a traditional geek. Like, she doesn't game as much, you know, in traditional gaming. She might play some casual stuff. And, you know, she's very well coordinated, which I could never aspire to. She's a total gadget freak. So, like, she was in my room today watching the Apple iPad 2 keynote. And I was like, what are you doing? She's like, I gotta watch it. So
I was having a conversation with Steve Jobs. To myself, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, that's what's cool about the definition of geek. It doesn't, you know, it's not exclusive. It's inclusive to anybody who's really passionate about something. And that's what carrying over into Tink. Like, she is kind of like that. She's definitely a gamer, but she's, you know, a gadget geek as well. So.
Okay.
That was insightful too.
Yeah, that was a really good answer. You didn't have it.
Good thing they're here, right? Anyway.
So, in talking about all the stuff that goes into these characters behind it, you still got episodes that are, what, top out at 5-6 minutes?
I think our longest episode's like 8. It was like a finale episode. So.
Yeah. So that's a lot of stuff to cram in, and these things feel dense. I mean, they're like, it's so hard to watch, I can't figure out everything. But there's a lot going on. Do you guys feel constrained by that format? Do you feel like you want to go beyond that format at some point? Or are you in a good spot with where it is?
I mean, it'd be interesting to explore it in different, you know, linked formats. It'd be definitely completely different. It would be different kind of stories we tell, a little bit, you know, more episodic. If we were to expand it into longer episodes. Like, I just want to tell the best story in the time that we have and never bore somebody. So, like, when we shoot a guild script, it's like 11 pages, but we cut it down to like 7. So, like, it's traditionally in movies, it's a page per minute. So, to me, I think the important thing on the web is to cut it so fast, because when you're watching it on a proportionally small screen, you have that proportional attention span, and you have a mouse at your, you know, you don't want somebody to click away like, oh, this is snooze fest. So, like, it's always like, cut faster, cut faster, cut faster.
Are there plans in, like, the forthcoming season to, when you talk about experimenting with length and going a little longer, is that something we're going to see soon? Or
not for season 5. Season 5 I'm planning out to be similar in construction to the other ones. But we'll see after that. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm imagining this will be a question a lot of people are curious about. What can you tell us about season 5?
The only thing I can say is that it will involve a convention of some sort. And it's very fun. I'm excited because the birth of the show and the journey of the show is so tied to conventions, because basically word of mouth is how we've spread and done 4 years of this. So it's really cool to be able to draw upon that and put my characters in the convention world, because it's just so close to my heart. I just love meeting people face to face, just like our guildies met face to face, and there's some really interesting themes. So I'm still writing, so don't ask me more.
And I guess also in terms of format, it's a comic book show, so I think I'm legally obligated to mention the Guild comic, which
yes.
I'm a huge fan of. It's just phenomenal. Have you guys read this? It's great. So I was going to see, I know there's a Tink comic coming out pretty soon, right?
I think. You can see a preview of the first 6 pages, and I wrote it when I was up in Vancouver filming Eureka with Will, and
yeah, this is me. Felicia, come on, let's go out to dinner. I can't, I have to write. God.
No fun, Felicia. That's my name. So, yeah, I'm really excited about it because we use 6 different artists for the interior, and we have 2 cover artists. So, like, it was really fun to experiment with exploring the team character, which I didn't want to give a lot away about, and I had to fill 22 pages. And the cool thing, I found like a conceit that I think really works well, and I'm really excited for people to see it because it's kind of the most complex thing I've ever written, and I'm really happy with how it turned out.
Yeah, it turned out great. Are we going to see Fox in any of the upcoming?
In the comics are predating the season 1.
Right, but I'm talking like further down the line.
We don't have any plans to do any comics past the 5 prequel that'll lead us up to the start of season 1. So after that, I'll have to just reevaluate where the comics could go from there. But I definitely want to keep exploring the idea because I worked really hard to learn how to write comics, and I'm like, you better keep doing that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm done talking to you guys. Should we open it up to questions?
Does anybody care?
Does anybody want to ask anybody anything?
Anybody? There's a microphone in the middle.
There's 3 microphones. I learned this yesterday.
This guy wins the prize. This guy was... All right.
Yeah, winner! You get this picture.
No, you didn't.
He doesn't get it. I'm sorry.